Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to use a map item in SSRS report to create map reports. In the last video, we used the map gallery with basic map. Map gallery are the built-in or the maps provided in SSRS, but they are only provided for United States of America. If you have different data set that includes different countries, you will not be able to use a map gallery. With the map gallery basic map, we created a very simple map, and then we connected the map to the data set, and then we played with the polygon layer to introduce different colors for different states, and also played with the font size and different other properties. Then finally, we introduced some markers by using center points on that map. So let me show you that map. This is how it was at the end. Now, in this video, what we are going to learn how to use the map gallery color analytical map template. So this template give you more option while you will walk through the wizard. So it will let you select data set right there. It will let you select different themes. It will let you select color rule. So this really helps to design a quick map report. So let's go ahead and take a look on data first. So I have a table called population by state. And if we run this one, this is in the sales database. So it has state names and it has a population. Now let's take this query. Go to the SSDT SQL Server Data Tools. Here we will be going to the reports, right click, add a new item. Click on the report. Provide the name. So let's call this one map report 1. Okay, so it is already there. Let's do the other one. Let's create add new. Sorry. Okay, let's leave this one report 2. Fine. We can change that later. Now go to data sources. Right click, add data source, and here we call this one DS sales. Use the shared data source reference. We have shared data set already, data source already there. Hit OK. Now data set, add data set, provide the name. Let's call this one dset map. Okay, embedded in my report. Select the data source, paste your query here, and hit OK. Now there are multiple ways to bring the map item in the design surface. You can go to the toolbox and drag the map from there, or you can right click here and then go to insert and bring a map. As we can see that the very first thing is choose the source of spatial data. So we have a map gallery. Use spatial data from a set of installed map. So these are the maps installed with SSRS. We can use that. But here in the drop down you see we have only USA, states by county, states, USA by states, USA by state exploded, and USA by state in set. So these are the only maps available for us if we are using a map gallery. If we have different countries data, we will be using ES or I shapefile. We'll have a demo on this one later. So let's select this one for now, and we are fine with USA by state in set. Hit next. Here you can adjust the way you want to see your map. You can drag it to left or right or down or up. You can use the arrow keys to do that as well. So once you have adjusted that one, then next you can select the quality of your map picture. Here I'm going to set to the best quality, and the crop map as shown above. So whatever we have selected here, that's what we would like to crop, and fine. We can add a Bing map layer if you like. So if you do that, then it will introduce road or aerial or hybrid. You can select from these 3 different types. In this report we are not going to do that. So we'll be using a simple map, and then we will change the colors or whatever by ourselves. Hit next. In the last video I used the basic map, and as I was telling you, we had to configure the data set for it. We had to play with the polygon properties, color rules, and center points. So here color analytical map is more detailed template that we can use, and it will give us different selections in the wizard. So instead of you start everything from a basic or scratch, you can start from here and then make changes. If you would like to see from the basic, you can watch video number 119 in the list. So select the color analytical map here, select the data set, and now this part of the wizard introduces two data sets, one from the install maps spatial data, and we see state FP, that's the numbers for states. We have ST-USPS, those are two character codes available for state, and this is the full name for the state. In the analytical data, we have state name. This is the same data what we see on our data set. So we have population, and as you see that match fields as the name of the state state name column here in our data set, and in the installed maps is the same one. So we have state name here and we have state name here. It automatically took it and join on that. You can join on multiple columns. So if you have state FP in your data set, you could have use state FP. So and from drop down you could have drop it and join it. Now if you have different column name, let's say state name and state ST name, you have to do manually. So as long as you have same name, it will join, otherwise you have to do some manual process. So it is already selected, hit next. Next we have theme. So where there are different type of themes available. We have forest. So if you would like forest, you can select that. We have ocean, we can select that. Let's keep it ocean for now. Field to visualize. Here right now it is called the state FP. So those are the numbers, and what we would like to see or visualize the sum of population, because that's what we want to visualize. And color rule, green, yellow and red. You can select any other if you like. You can go red, yellow, green, or blue, red. So let's select this one for now, and then I will show you how to change it. Display labels. There are three fields coming from the install maps, and these are the things that coming from our data set. So you can select any of them you like. If you select state FP, as it is selected, it shows you the numbers. If you select state name, it will show you the state names. I don't really recommend using state name, because state names are lengthy, and if you will try to they would not fit into this space for each of the state, they will not be displayed. So you have to adjust the size, make your map size really big, and also play with the font size to fit in these boxes. I will show you that later part, like what I'm talking about. So you can see that right here, even some of the states are not displaying the names. So I will go with abbreviation ST-USPS. Those are two character code for each of the state. CA is for California, AZ for Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. If you would like to see the state name, you can introduce Tooltip. So when you hover your mouse, it will show you the state name, and depending upon where your cursor is. So we'll do that as well. Hit next and finish. So our report is ready, but there are a few things we need to consider. As the map report is ready, we don't really see anything. We see only the states, and then we see some colors. We see that there are range 560,000 to 3 million. It is in dark green. Okay, so that's maybe the population in the dark green here. Yeah, and then in the light green we have 3 million to 6 million. So these states has this population in this range, and then we have yellow 6.6 million to the 12 million. So you can see that it is divided into 5 sub ranges and different colors. So we can go ahead and change it a little bit and play with it. Go to design, click on the map. You will see map layers right here. Then you click on drop down, show context menu, and this is the polygon properties. If you see that it is already selected right here. So we can go to polygon properties and change a few properties. So let's go ahead and change. Now the very first thing is ST-USPS. That's the labels are displayed on the map. If we would like to change it, we can change it. Let's change to the state name. Now if I change to state name and preview my map, as I was telling you guys, it will not show the state name for all those states. So that's why I kept it the state abbreviation. Now I'm gonna go back to the polygon properties and keep this one as a state abbreviation. Here on the tooltip, I would like to display full state name and the population. So let's go to the FX and write some expressions. So first of all, we need the state name, and then we are going to add, let's put double quotes, colon, space, and plus sign. Let's use a str. So convert the population to the string. This function will do that for us, and then we will concatenate with the state. So cstring will convert the integer to the string. Because we cannot concatenate string and integer, it will throw us error. Hit OK. Hit OK. Now let's preview the report. And now you can see that whenever we hover our mouse, we see the state name and the population. That's good. But I would not like to have 5 ranges. Maybe I would just want to have 3 ranges, or maybe the color of my map, I would like to have a very static color and introduce few more things. So let's go back here. Let's go to the polygon properties. And now we are going to change few things. With the fonts, we can make it bold, we can make it italic, we can change the color. So let's say in this case, I would like to have aqua color for my states. I don't know if it's a good choice or not. Depending upon your requirement, you can change it. Now with the fill, this is the color we want to fill in our states. As it is selected solid white, but it's not really displayed in the map. We will go to the polygon color rule and see why this is not selected. Now I'm going to select solid and change this one to the gray, so light gray. And you can also go with the gradient if you like. So if you have this one, you can select any of them. So whatever the colors you will select here, these will become a template color. So in our case, we are going to go with the light gray. They are not applied yet. Even if we hit OK, it's not going to be applied. We have to go to the polygon color rule. That's where the colors are applied. So let's go with the border. And now we can increase the border width if we like. With the gray, we would like to have white. So we can do that. And if we would like to have shadow, we can introduce that as well. Now go to the action. If you would like to go to another report when somebody click here on state, or go to another bookmark, so any other part of the report you would like to jump, you can go to the bookmark or go to URL. So you can use these 3 links here to jump from here to other report parts or the URL or another report. So it can give you drill down capability. So hit OK for now. Preview the report, and we see that the color, font color is changed, but the background color didn't change. So that's where we need to go to the polygon color rule. So once we are there, and we can see that it is using visualize data by using color ranges. So these are the ranges it is using. So if we will apply template style, now it is using that light gray color what we have selected. So you can see that right now. Go back to design, and now we go to the color again. And in this case, we can play with this one a little bit and see how to work. Visualize data by using color palette, and there are different type of palettes available. You can change and see how it works. Now, in my case, I'm not really interested in these palettes and all that. I would like to have only 3 colors. I can select visualize data by using color range. That give me 3 colors here, but on the distribution it is given in 5 ranges. And you can see that we have optimal. In the ranges we have a equal interval, and then we have equal distribution, and we have custom. So we can write custom as well. So let's go back to general. Visualize data by using your own colors. So I can change that one to my own colors. I can add the colors. So let's say we included green, we added yellow, and then we added red. So these are our own colors. Now if I go to distribution, I have the same options available. I can use optimal, so it will automatically make 5 ranges. So if you will hit OK, now you will see 3 colors and there are 5 ranges. So if you preview it, this is how you are going to see that. See, so there are 5 ranges. But I would not like to have 5 ranges. I'm going to change this one to only 3 ranges. So I'm going to go to Polygon Color Rule again and come to distribution. I would like to have custom. So depending on the value of, I would like to select that. So I'm going to go to custom, add, I will say if it is 0 to 2 million, show me 3, and then from 2 million to 5 million, I would like to have another color, and from 5 million to all the way any value, I would like to have the last color, that's red in our case. So I'm gonna go and use max here, sorry. Field population, hit OK. Now, and we are all good here. Let's click here, and now we should see only 3 colors. And as you can see, the range from 0 to 2 million, from 2 million to 5 million, and 5 million to all the way the maximum value. And now each of the state has colors according to the value. So that's one thing we can change, and we have already introduced hover and all that. Let's let me make this map a little big so you guys can see better. Now instead of these colors, let's say I would like to have markers on top of that, so I can do that as well. So let's click here, and now we are going to go back to the polygon properties. Here in the fill, I'm going to change this one to some other solid color, let's say, or I'm fine with the gray, but with the border I'm going to go and instead of white, let me introduce yellow, so that will work better. And now if I go to the polygon color rule, here I'm going to apply the template. So if I apply template, so this is what I have. Now instead of these, remember we did just color red and green and yellow, we would like to have some marker that should be in the color, so we can do that as well. So go back here, and we are going to introduce a new layer, so it is called the show center points. So once we click show center points, a new layer of center points is added, so you can see the circles right here. So that's one way to show the markers on your map. I would not like to have these circles. I might like to have something different. So I'm going to go back here, center point properties, and I can change them. So from circle, I have a lot of options. I have diamond, rectangle, triangle, and the star, and all different things. Let's go for push pin, and we can increase the size or decrease the size, what we like. We can have fonts and all that fill, so depending on the colors we can do that as well. So leave the solid white as well for now. Borders, shadows, and everything is there as well, so you can play with them. And I'm going to go to the color center point color rule now. As of now, it is applying the template color, so we can change. Let's change by visualize data by using custom colors. The same way what we did, introduce our own custom colors, we can do that. Let's say we do red. Let's start with the green, and then we go with yellow, and then finally we have a red. So these are the 3 values we would like to have. In the distribution, we do not want optimal or the range or equal distribution. We would like to have custom. So once we do add, now we would like to display these markers depending upon the values of population. So let's say for 2 million, I would like to have green. From 2 million to 6 million or 5 million, let's say 5 million, we'd like to have yellow. And then from 5 million to up all the way, whatever the maximum value is, we would like to have the red max, and here we have to provide the population. Close the parentheses, hit OK. Now if you see here, I start with 0 and went to 2 million and then start again with 2 million. So once the first rule is applied, and then it will not come to the next. So that's why we can start with the 0 and go 2 million. If it is 2 million, exact 2 million, it's not going to go to this one. So this will be valid. And if it is above 2 million, then it will be going in this bucket, and that's how it will work. So hit OK. Let's preview that. And now you can see that from 0 to 2 million, we have green. For 2 million to 5 million, we have yellow. And from 5 million to up, we have red. You can decrease the size. You can play with a lot of other things. If you do not want to have these legends here, you can also remove them. Let's say here we have first of all, let me introduce a point size rule. So if you have here, you can change depending on the data as well. So let's say visual data by using size. And here you can use the field, let's say sum of population, and it start with the 5 point. And here you can tell the maximum. So let's say we will go 20. That's our max size. And now with the distribution, we have same properties. We have optimal, we have equal interval, and custom. So if you would like to add by yourself, okay, from 0 to 2 million, show me very small start. And then with the 2 million to 5 million, show me a little bigger. And then for above 5 million, and here we can use, let's say 45 million. We know that we don't have any value greater than 45 million. So we will see the size of these pins also change. And you can see that we have very small size from 0 to 2 million. We have green, and also we have very small size. So we have green, small size. Then we have yellow, and those sizes bigger than green. You can see that. And then we have red. So that's how you can use the markers to show different data on your map. Now, if I do not like to have these legends right here, I can delete them as well. So let me go back, and we go to the center point size rule, and here go to the legend and just use the empty part here. Instead of the legend, we select this part and hit OK. Now if we preview our chart, it will not have that legend right here. So that's how you will do it. The last here property is called center point marker type rule. You can change the marker type depending on the size as well. So right now it's push pin. If you say visualize data by using markers, and then you have options, okay, sum of population, and these are the sequence of those markers. You can see circle is on top. You can change to the maybe diamond first, and diamond can go to the circle, and that's how you can change it. Now in the distribution, you have to do the same thing. You can use optimal, or use equal interval, or equal distribution, or write custom. So depending on we have written custom, let's keep this equal interval. If I do that, now if I preview it, I will see something like this. So the marker size is really small, as we have small sizes. That's why it is shown very small. So but we can increase the size if you would like. And here you see California with the red, and we have Texas. So you can change the size of markers. Let's say go to the center point size, and here we had started 5. Let's say if I start with 15, and sorry, and then for the maximum size I can go maybe 30. Now hit OK and preview it. Now we will see markers a little bigger as we have changed the size. So again, these legends can be removed just by going to the at the end. So we have center point marker type rule, and then we have legends here, right here. So we can just select the empty space here and hit OK. That will remove the legends. So that's how you will create your map by using color analytical template, and then make changes. You can also change the map title. Let's say we call it state population. If you do not want to have this range and all those different, let's say this one, and we don't care about this one. We just need a map here and we understand what exactly we are looking at, we can just remove those different sub parts of the map and leave the map part only. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.